adore you and think you're
Oh, thank
so
you.
clever and awesome. And yeah, can you just keep coming back and playing with us? I just think it's so
Course.
cool.
Of course. I
Awesome.
mean, I just think having diverse voices out there and what you're doing
Yeah.
is so amazing because I think it really changes quilters to feel empowered about what they're doing and also to do the right thing
Yeah.
because not all of them really know what the right thing is.
It's hard to find information and it's hard to understand. It's hard to find your way in this world. I think
Yeah.
it's complicated, you know?
So you need a guide.
You need somebody to ask a dumb question. That's
You
really
need
what you
well,
need.
you need
You need
somebody to
somebody
guide so that
willing.
you need somebody that's a guide so you can be your own hero.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, very cool. And we are also working on, we have just turned the manuscript in again for flow. I've learned what flow is. You know what flow is? I learned about that.
I
And
do
that's
not
where
know
you're
what
supposed
flow
to,
is.
they put all the text and the images in, and then you're supposed to send it back with just like the tiniest corrections. Well,
Ah,
let's
you
just
tiny.
say that I'm trying to hide out from the editor at the moment because
Oh,
I was
were they
like,
a bit?
yeah, these are not going to be tiny corrections, you know?
You gotta be you. I mean, you know what? Because you want to be proud of what you see come out
I
on the other.
know. I really do feel like I'm like trying to hide under a rock at the moment because I was like, we did all of it. We've gone through all these drafts and everything. And then when it came back, it was like, oh, it had just changed just a little bit that it was legally inaccurate. So I was like, sorry, this has to change. Like
Yeah, you're
this
like, no,
word.
that
And
you
every time
can't
I'm
give it this.
like
Yeah,
parentheses legal, right? Like, sorry, no, legal.
yeah, no.
So anyway, because she was like, I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? I'm like, I'll send you the draft. I'll send you my version. Like it's like 5 changes on each page, and it's like, you know, I don't know. There's going to be a moment of them freaking out, but I haven't gotten
You
there
know
yet.
what? But
You
you,
know,
you don't have to freak out because you're the one who knows when it's right, and you're the name that's
right.
behind
Right,
it.
and I mean, it's going to be fine, and we can talk about we can decide, and it's still in that kind of. We haven't gotten to the so you turn in the manuscript, and then you do a bunch of editing, which is fun and great, and we had a really great editor, and then we now are in flow, which means they've put it all into this one document, and there's some images, but they haven't done the check to make sure the right images are there, and we had a little bit of problems there, but not terrible. Now then we go to design work, and Sid and I are writing the book together. My kid and I are writing the book together, so it's been really fun to think about the design, and then we'll work with the designers. So, but yeah, it's been like the flow thing was pretty funny because it was the contract, it was the document they sent. They said this is not for rewriting. This is not a time to rewrite. Right, that's the first sentence. But then it said, but after this, you will not be able to make any more major changes. It will only be small things. And I was like, well, that means you can make major changes right now. So
No,
it was my legal head of like, well, if they wouldn't have put that in there, you couldn't make major changes, right?
yeah,
So anyway, so
no,
anyway, so
no.
we're doing the book. So we're doing a book on trademark, just one trademark for makers, which will come out in September. It's in pre-order already on Amazon, which is terrifying. But you are one of our cohort, our trademark cohort, to sort of
Yes.
talk about it and think about it. And so we will do that at another time, and we'll air it. But I think you are such about branding, and I'm really excited to chat with you and work with you and think about all that side of it as well. So we will do that shortly.
Well, your guidance is totally needed, wanted, and loved.
Aw, well, I do adore you. You are my hero, and
Oh.
I do feel like the moment when I feel guilty about not having kittens in the house, I just go to your Amazon page and give you some money.
And
Buy
I
you
totally
things.
I encourage people to do that because I say there's a place for everybody. Just like
Yes.
everything else, there is a place for everybody in every movement, from checkbooks to boots on the ground.
Oh my gosh. And we did it for a long time. I was, there was this moment. So they die a lot. So the kittens do die, right? They do. Not a lot, but they do. They
It
get
happens.
sick and all of that.
Yep.
But the first time it happened, we really didn't know what was happening. And Sid was maybe 13 at the time, young. And one of them just didn't make it. Like had a bad night, right? Like was fine the first, they turned fast, and we didn't know very
Yes.
much about anything. And I just had this bad moment of like the kitten was dead and we were late for school. And that's pretty much what I said to her. I was like, well, the kitten died in the middle of the night, but we'll deal with that. We'll have your dad deal with it. We've got to get in the car for school. And she was just like, that is not acceptable.
He's like, this is not the way we do this.
No, we're like, we need to stop, have some, talk about the life of the kitten. Like, it was all of this, and I was very much like, all right, we got to get in the car. It was so bad. So I got better at that, but I think it was just a lot. People don't really realize they look really cute, but what you're dealing with is like the sickest of the sick, right? They are fragile, and they are so, your heart goes out to them, these little things that are struggling, and it's just a lot.
It is a lot. And I always say they are 30-minute creatures. Yeah. They are 30 minutes. You can, in the time that you can do laundry, you can lose
turn.
Yeah. You can lose
it. It was craziness.
And there are things you can do sometimes, and there are sometimes things you cannot do at all. And in fact, I taught a class this weekend on it. And I spent a good deal of time talking about loss, because it is, no matter how good you are going to lose. You're
get lost. Yeah. And we really did learn, like I was talking to the volunteer, like I started to recognize when the kittens weren't doing well, and we would kind of swap them out, So luckily Sid doesn't often listen to the podcast, but there was a real sense of like, this one's it's all positive, So it was just like, it just couldn't be that. For me, like, she was too young to be dealing with that in a constant level, So, yeah. So, but it was good. I mean, kittens are. We have a thing about from the kittens. You have to get them to 2 pounds. We were the 2-pounders. We had to get them to 2 pounds and make them super cuddly. So their brand was like they purred no matter who picked them up, right? And so now when we help people and other things in our life, we always talk about them getting to 2 pounds. So we're like, well, we just got to get this one to 2 pounds so they can go out and live their life,
That's that's you're getting your book to 2 pounds. You're getting everything.
Exactly. Everything's just got to get to 2 pounds, and then it'll be fine. So it'll
be fine. And I am always so thankful for the people who do that part of it, because my specialty really is the neonatal end of it. And so when done bottle feeding or being very sick, because my house is really not set up for having kittens skedaddling around. So I'm super happy for my people who are my teammates, who I'm handing them off to make good cuddly kittens. Because honestly, when they're tiny, you're not really cuddling them a lot. You're really caring for them, and you give them, of course, but you don't really cuddle them a lot.
They're not ready for it. They're just trying to see if they'll survive, and that's just really what you do is really. People just don't even, the exhaustion that comes with it.
Oh, yeah.
People, I mean, we have them when they're like past your stage, but even the notion of how much you're like up, the baby years, the infant years, the newborn years come back really fast. You feel
that's what I say is that this is why 55-year-old women do not have babies. This is why they do to turn the baby maker.
Because it is exhausting,
it's not good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you are a hero on so many fronts, and I do adore you, and I thank you for the hour. It's really great. We will be probably posting this probably tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll let you know. We're trying to post fast because I just get bought. It's better that way. It's better.
No, I get it.
So, but I'll let you know when it's up, and you're cool with us posting this. Do you need to review it?
No.
Okay. Brilliant.
I'm all good.
Fabulous. That's my legal thing. All right. Go forth and conquer the world, because you are remarkable. And
thank you, my friend.
Thank you for everything you do. So that was Maddie. She's lovely. She has the Kitten Fight Club, which she is amazing at, and she really puts herself out there. And if you like that, and if you like her politics and what she does, go and join Badass Quilting Society. It's on Facebook, and it's cool. And if you don't, that's cool too. It's not a big deal. But again, I'm really enjoy having her on as a guest, and I hope you did too. This is Elizabeth Townsend Guard from Just Want to Quilt, a research podcast coming out of Tulane University Law School, and I hope you get a chance to quilt today.